Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Gayest and Greatest Secret Tavern this side of Limsa Minsa, the Queer Buccaneer. I'm your host of the Motion Star Behind the Bar, Captain Eden Jackson. How are you all doing today? It's a little bit early, I appreciate. Hello, Ben. A little bit of a jump scare. I mean, it's almost like when the song ends, the stream starts. You know, it windy for you. It's still warm down here. I am still in crop top and tiny shorts mode, which I'll be honest is a real, like, I posted about this on Blue Sky earlier. And whenever I'm in this kind of zone, like temperature wise, and I go crop top and tiny shorts mode, whenever this happens, I oscillate between damn I look good and damn I look like Winnie the Pooh. So much so that I have to throw on a Hawaiian shirt whenever I leave the flat. But just in case I get self-conscious, I can do some buttons. Did it storm for you? It stormed for us a couple nights ago, like dead of night. We got a little thunderstorm, like just as me and Zach were about to get into bed, which was quite nice actually. But still overall pretty fucking warm. Like it's still about 20 degrees right now, which is a lot. Even if you're, wearing barely anything like I am. So I started early because I got bored. I ate a little bit earlier than I usually do because I skipped lunch because I was forgetful. So I ate and then did all my pre-stream prep, and then I was like, oh shit, no, because I ate early, I've got an extra half. Fuck it, I'll just stream early. It went for like 20 minutes and then it got really cool. It was awesome. Yeah, I was asleep for that. When that hit us up here, I was asleep for that. Which didn't help because I was already sleeping. But yeah, how have y'all been? I have been doing so much stuff for the Nerdy Queer to sort of to double down on this rebrand that we did. We got a new logo. I love the new logo so much. I made it, of course, but I made the old logo and that kind of sucked. The new logo is fucking incredible, and I've gotten I built new signage for the stalls. We built the new website. I've got a little 3-tier candle holder for the stalls. I've gotten I've invested so much time and effort. Thank you, Jedi, for the link. Nope, that's the wrong shop. Exclamation mark pins for the Etsy shop, I think. For the Nerdy Queer. There we go. That's the right shop. Yeah, Pride Month is coming up, so if you would like to get your Pride pins, that's the place to get them. We ship out Tuesday, Friday, so if you buy them anytime before Tuesday, they'll ship Tuesday. Which means if you buy them on Tuesday, you get same day shipping for free. Isn't that cool? But yeah, I've been doing I've been doing a lot of that, and then just in my day job, people have just been going, can you build me a website? I've just been spending the past week building 2 websites for people, and then I've just got a third in. I don't love building websites. I don't hate building websites. It's quite easy though, so I just roll through it. But yeah. So that's sort of been my day. Oh, and I've been playing, I did mention this before, but I've been playing Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, specifically the Switch remake of Thousand Year Door. And I think you might remember, if you're an OG Queer Buccaneer follower, back before we were even called Queer Buccaneer, you may remember me and Zach did a GameCube Thousand Year Door stream on here until we got halfway through the glitz pit and we got soft locked and the ROM just would not advance. And I've gotten past that point. I've gotten 6 crystal stars, I think, maybe 5 crystal stars. That's a good fucking game, man. Nobody told me there was a pirate island in that game. Nobody told me that. I would have played that years ago if I knew there was a pirate island in that game. You vaguely remember that. It was eons ago, absolute eons ago. One of the first things we streamed, I think. Abel, not doing great. You had surgery. You are always getting yourself in scraps. I don't know how you manage. You're always in some kind of trouble or scrap or something. I'm impressed. I'm impressed at your ability to continuously somehow get in some kind of trouble. Should we do some games? Shall we do our games? Let me full screen this so we can go over here. Minute Cryptic o'clock. Let's do the Minute Cryptic. So, that man in love with you and me, despicable. Okay, so you are just a little scamp. A little scamp, always doing shit, always scrunkling. So, definition is either that man or despicable. But where are the indicators? There's no anagram indicator there. There's no there's no container. There's no is it a hidden word? I don't know. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. And this is advice that I've seen from watching the old explanations. Just start solving shit and see what happens. Because, like, okay, that man says and maybe it requires a convert of that one into it. See, okay, the and, I think the and is like you and me, so the word us is in there somewhere. Maybe and so if despicable is the definition, that means us would be at the end because you and me is us. That man would be he or him, because you know he's him. So people still. I'll go with he for now. So that man is he. You and me is us. Love. Okay. Love is one of those tricky ones where it goes like, this is a substitution thing. Love is because tennis. And I think I see it now because we go in. So that man is he in love with you and me, or us. Heinous, despicable, let's fucking go. He's him. I enjoyed that. That was really good. I enjoyed it. You just solve it bit by bit, and then you have something at the end, which is the definition. That's the kind of clue that I have to like think about solving because I forget exists. The new love is love. He is him. Do you think people used to say like he's him, like when it's like a top guy, it's like, oh, he's him, or like he thinks he's him. One of the people I watch on Twitch will still like one of the new people I refer to on Twitch. One of the people I watch on Twitch will still like refer to the best person on his Nuzlocke team as Himothy or Herothy if it's a female. And I think he's the last bastion of the he's him or he's Himothy. But I think it's amusing. So yeah, he's him. Let's time guess. And also, if you have any other daily games that you would like to suggest, I'm open to adding more daily games to the pre-stream thing because I enjoy them. The he him, nah, he's him. I've only heard that in first person, as in Minnie from the K-pop group will have a solo song called I'm Her. I see. Yeah, I'm her, he's him, he thinks he's him, I'll never be him. Pronouns are they, them, because I'll never be him. Vin, what's your I've seen angler, food guesser. I've also seen Scrandle, and I don't know what the rules for Scrandle are, but I would maybe like to try Scrandle. Okay. Wiesbaden. This looks like a Northern Europe. Maybe Svenska. What are your thoughts on Bandel? I don't know Bandel. I don't know Bandel. What is Bandel? Tidningar. Blomor. Osgarar. So yeah, this is like a Northern Europe type thing. Göteborg. Are we in Gothenburg? Is it that easy? Are we in Gothenburg? Where's Gothenburg? Gamers, where's Gothenburg? Gamers, there it is. Gothenburg. Oh, is it that easy? Are we in Gothenburg? Yeah, the individual instruments of song, 1 or 2 tracks at a time, and have to guess the song. Ooh, that sounds fun. Maybe we'll try that. Is it that easy? Are we in Gothenburg? Is Göteborg Gothenburg in the language? Gothenburg Cathedral, Gothenburg Central. Oh, we want Gothenburg Bank. I'll tell you, let's go to Gothenburg Central because this looks central. And you notice the toilets have English on them, which makes me think it's like somewhere that people that speak foreign languages will pass through. So that's why I think train station. What year though? What year are we thinking with these outfits? I'm thinking 50s. 50, 52 maybe? What do you think? What do you think with these outfits? With these sick fits? Oh, Stockholm. That's. Can you get to Stockholm from where I am? Would help if I knew where Stockholm was. Stockholm. Oh yeah. Yeah. If we are in a train station, then yeah, it would be advertising other cities that you could get the train to because ride the rails and all that shit. I'm gonna say Gothenburg 1952. Any advances on Gothenburg 1952? Where did it say Stockholm? It says Stockholm all the way over here. It says Stockholm. I would guess earlier than 50s, but as I've established, I don't know shit about fuck. See, that's the thing, Jedi. I also don't know shit about fuck. 30s? Like, okay, so obviously if it's pre-50s, it would either have to be late 40s or we have to skip over the war and go to early 30s. Let's say 32. Trying to read the signs, can't get anything on those angles. This does look kind of like war era fashion, like pre-war era fashion. This is the kind of shit you see in like the fucking Goodnight Mr. Tom adaptations and things. Fuck it. Gothenburg 1932. You're saying 50s? Okay, don't do this to me. Don't give me conflicting opinions. Because I will fold and be upset. So let's. The signs, however, are. What are the signs? What are the signs? The signs are of a style that is like. Abel, shut the fuck up. The neon of the signs, the very sort of. Almost Art Deco of the signs is giving me, again, it's this sort of, it is kind of 30s. The whole building, pretty much. Fuck it. I am gonna make the guess. 1960! Ah! Abel, shut the fuck up. But look how fucking close I was. Look how fucking close I was. 5,000 for the location, 0 for the year. We are location maxing all the way through. Gothenburg Central Station. We are location maxing. All right, next up. Oh, that's a look. Right, where are we at? That's an interesting license plate. That's an interesting shaped car. Restaurante Mariscos. This looks very like tourist destination. Anyone good at cars? I need someone good at cars to tell me when this car is from. Because I am not good at cars. Cars just all kind of look the same to me. It's a really big restaurant. I think all of this and this are the same restaurant. Shot in the dark. I'm thinking Portugal. Okay, that is a 50-60s car. So let's go 50. Let's go 60. Right in the middle of the 50-60s. Reg plate on the other car is 15. I know that's an Alfa Romeo, I believe. Big and round shape, extended fenders, 1950s, 1960s. The car in front is like that is a very modern car. And this moped is also kind of modern. With the boxy ass. So does that mean we're in the 90s? So that if the newest car is if this is a newer car, which it very clearly is, we got to be in the era of this one. Boxy ass Alfa Romeo. When did they come out? Sassy, I'm trusting you for the car talk. This could be Portugal. Portugal's not a bad shout at all. Also, can you get year from license plate? Is that something that you can glean? I know some countries do that. I think the UK does that. I don't know dick about fuck about cars, dude. I'm tempted to go with Portugal. Lisbon in the 90s. If you know how they do it, yeah, it's not a UK car because this ain't a UK license. It feels 90s, like the last gasp of analog before digital. Yeah, I feel you on that. Okay. So we can't be in any of these places because they wouldn't draw attention to it on the sign. So we're not in the UK, we're not in America, we're not in France, and we're not in whatever that Nordic country is. Cafe Zido Ambal Restaurante. Norway, thank you. And also, like, none of these places. A lot of Nordics. Telephone. Lisbon or Spain feels correct. I'm going to say 1990 Lisbon. It does feel very coastal. 1990, spot on. We were in Portugal. Good shout, Abel. Good shout. But we were in this place, which is not Lisbon. People checking out a classic 1932 Alfa Romeo 8C parked in Praças Oliveira during the 1990 Alfa Euro Trofeum in Nazaré, Portugal. Well done, Abel, for grabbing that Portugal. That was a very good shout. 9506. Well done, gang. Right. So, Government Street in Victoria. Victoria is in Australia, correct? Dated a cute Portuguese guy once. He left a great impression. Is Victoria? No, Victoria is an area, not a place, not like a city. Where has a city called Victoria? Where has a city called Victoria? Oh, are we in San Francisco? This is before cars. Because there's the trolley car. The New England. Okay, New England. Are we in New England? Is there a Victoria, Vermont? Is there a Victoria, Connecticut? Is there a Victoria, Rhode Island? Those are the... I don't know where New England ends. Western Union Telegraph. Importer of Havana cigars. Well, wherever we're at, we're on Government Street. But yeah, this is an old photo. And there's something happening on Saturday at 3 p.m., but I couldn't tell you where. You say a lot of places that have been colonized have a Victoria, and you're not wrong. But this feels quite America to me. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh. That's Victoria. That's a bay. Is there a Government Street? Government Street! Government Street! Government Street! Okay, we're on it. We're here. We're here. Oakbag! Oakbag! Okay, we are location maxing. We are here. But where on it? It is not a short road. This is still okay. Not a short road. So let's just go. Oh, it keeps going. Okay, so let's put it like, I think here is kind of the middle. So let's go there. How early does this go? It goes to 1900. You met me at a very location time in my life. Goes to 90. Is this 1900s? Is this like 1905? Because I'm willing to say newer than 90. Okay. 1910? 1910s. 1900-ish. Okay. I'm going to say there, 1910. Let's fucking go. 1903! And we were on the wrong side of the street. But I think that's a pretty good score. That's a pretty good score. The street scene in Victoria, the capital of British Columbia. We were in Canada during the early 1900s. We were down at this end. But I still think we banged that pretty hard. 1903 though, Neil. 1903. Oh, hello. Hello. Right, show me these. Sometime when it was very hot and there was a lot of Asian women with fans. Okay, lots of flags, but flags for the same one country. Southeast Asia vibes. Definitely Southeast Asia vibes. What flag, what country for this flag? Is that Singapore? I'm trying to read any details of this, but they're too blurry. What is that flag? That's a fascinating flag. Oh, Vietnam's not a bad shout at all. That's a fascinating flag. It's not the Vietnam flag. Vietnam flag is green and yellow, I think. But there's a lot of that one flag. Cambodia, thank you. Thank you, gamers. Thank you for swinging in on that rope. Cambodia. Where is Cambodia? Anyone know where Cambodia is? Is it one of these? I don't think it's one of these. Cambodia. Right. I assume Phnom Penh is the capital, so let's go to the capital. It's in Cambodia. Thank you. When is this photograph? Nobody's on their phone, but that don't mean shit. Oh, you're on your phone. That's got a headphone jack. So we can't be that modern because that phone has a headphone jack. Let's go 2015? 2015, maybe 2013? That's like an iPhone 5. It's an iPhone 5 with a headphone jack. Something like the camera quality, I think 2000 Digicam. You'd be surprised how shit iPhone cameras used to be. Sorry, water went down the wrong hole. I'm gonna say 2013 in the capital of Cambodia. I'm not dying. I'm trying not to die. 2013, 1.6 kilometers away. Boom. Incredible. Yo, mourners lining streets in Phnom Penh to pay respects to the late King Norodom Sihanouk during his funeral procession. Sihanouk died of a heart attack at age 89 in Beijing, China, where he lived in exile decades after being indisposed. In 1917, the US backed a coup. That's pretty fucking bang on, I reckon. 9955. All I had to do was die. Disposed. Did it say deposed? I read disposed. I mean, it kind of was. U.S. Coast Guard, Capitol Library. This has got to be. What's that building do? It said deposed. It did say deposed. What? Okay, why is there a Coast Guard float? Fucking Bioshock Infinite ass hat puts me in like 50. Everywhere in DC looks like that. So does that mean we're like definitely in DC where the Umpany is? Are there trolley cars in DC? Or are these like parade floats? This looks like some fucking Bioshock Infinite Columbia ass shit. Was there like a big, again, horse-drawn stuff, like no cars, just like these trolleys? Many government buildings across the US have the Acropolis pillars. That is true. So we could feasibly, but why would they have US Coast Guard? Like, US Coast Guard is making me think it's Capitol. The tide just out, and it's, you know, proposed to get out. Yeah, that's what happened. Like Coast Guard, not any specific state, just US Coast Guard. Was it light? Something light. Coast Guard could theoretically be anywhere on the coast. True. But isn't Washington like technically coastal? There's a bay there. Who's in the boat? This guy and his friends. They all look like bronze men. But I don't think they're bronze men. And look, all of these flags, American flags, no state flags present, just American flags. Unless that's a state flag, but I don't think that's a state flag. Fuck it, I'm gonna double down. I'm gonna say Washington. Washington 1950. Does Washington DC have a state flag? No, because it's not a state. Any advances in 1950? The boater, the general fashion sense, this child, it's all giving me like 1950-ish. What year does To Kill a Mockingbird take place? It has those vibes to me. See, again, it has the Bioshock Infinite vibes to me in fashion, and that is like 50s, I think. No, it's not 50s. It's like way earlier than that. It's like 1912, I think. So are we really that early? Famously only children. You're so right. You're so right, Neil. And you should say it. I think Bioshock Infinite is set in 1912, and they wore boaters, so I'm going to say 1912. Was there a big reason for a big US government parade around the 1910s? Like a centenary or something? When it was 1776, so I'm gonna say 1916, because that is 250 years. Is that 250 years? 240 years, okay. That's less. Maybe I'm just bad at maths. I'm going back to 1912. It's 100. It's 100. Okay, it's 140 years. Either way, 140. Thank you, Jedi. We got there in the end. So that's less of an important year. So maybe I'm out of whack saying that. Fuck it. 1912, Washington DC. Let's go. 1923. But we were very, very fucking close. We were very, very fucking close. I don't know. U.S. Coast Guard processing past the U.S. Treasury Building in Washington, D.C. I didn't intentionally go so close to the Treasury Building, but that was pretty bang on. Final score! We did get juked a bit. We did location max very much. Did not time max very well. Did not look raw. It did not look raw enough to be the 20s. You're so right. 39k, not our best. Not our best, not our worst. What were the other ones? Vin, what was the other one that you mentioned? Or I'll try Bandle. Bandle. I'm gonna be so bad at it. Which means let's pause you. Daily Bandle. Let's go. Oh no, released in 2019. Released in 2019. With like 500 million views on YouTube. Okay, let's turn it up. We'll play it again. It's just kind of generic drums. I do not know what this is. I can already tell I'm probably not going to know this, but let's add the bass. Whatever it is, it's really funky. Oh, that bit at the end tickled something. That bit at the end tickled something in my head. Vin, you know what it is. Oh, that bit at the end did tickle something in my head. I might have to go to guitar and synths. Because I cannot place it. I just know that. Right, let's. I'll be honest, this isn't helping. I don't know this. I don't think I know this song. Vin, do you think I know this song? Bear in mind, my music taste is fucking weird. It is a very common chord progression. I ain't got a fucking clue. Alright, come on, Skip. Give me the guitar. I'm not hearing anything different with this. Ooh. We played in public, so you will have heard it. I can't. I'm so bad at this. Holy shit. I like the Mies singing. I don't know this. I don't think I've ever heard this. I do not know what this song is. I have never heard this song in my life. No, I ain't got an absolute fucking clue. Melon sweetness? The fuck does that mean? The fuck does that mean? No, I don't know. I don't know. What the fuck is this song? Watermelon Sugar. See, I have heard the name of that song, but I don't think I've ever heard it. I don't think I've ever heard a Harry Styles song. I do not know that song by name. I know that is the name of a song. Could not have told you that was the song, as you well saw. Let's do a fucking Scrandle. Eventually we will get to the art, I promise. But I want to try Scrandle. Give me a daily Scrandle. Okay, what am I doing here? What is the game? Do I pick what I think people preferred? Do I pick what I prefer? What is the game? I should look it up. Okay. What is the... You pick what you think people prefer. Okay. Hot dog or pepperoni pizza with a Michelob Ultra. $22.35? Fucking hell. Or a £3 hot dog. Now that hot dog does look really depressing. But the Michelob Ultra or the Michelob Ultra, that's so expensive. That's so expensive. But that's so sad. This looks so sad. Right, let's put this back on. That is a lot for a pizza. This is a sad hot dog. This is a really expensive pizza. I think people are going to prefer the pizza because the hot dog looks so sad. Excuse me? This is... Oh, okay, so 2 MREs. Both of these look like vomit. Both of these look like vomit. Don't like either of them. These aren't scrans. Neither of these is a scran. I think the rice and beans. Again with the fucking MREs. Why are you giving me MREs today? Jalapeno cashews or smoked almonds? I think almonds. No, the cashews. A Chinese MRE or a caffeinated apple pie in a tube. It's ready to suck. This is the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I know it's not usually MREs. Caffeinated apple pie in a tube? No! I'll take whatever the fuck this is. An MRE, Neil, is a meal ready to eat. It is military food. Why? Why did 65% of people go for the caffeinated apple pie? This is so nasty. These are both so nasty. Okay. The white chicken chunks with the barbecue sauce. Or it's just chicken. What? 85%? 85% went for the taco filling? Sausage, gravy, and biscuits. Nasty. Freeze-dried strawberries genuinely sounds delicious. Why was it that close? Why was it that close? Stop giving me MREs. Stop giving me MREs. I'm pretty sure this was featured in a Brutal Moose video once. Pizza slice, comma, cheese. Tranche de pizza, fromage. Or this Eastern European thing. It's going to be the pizza. People went for the brain soup. I mean, I was kind of tempted. Finny Vines does like the pizza burger, though it's bad. Again, we're still on MREs. We're still on MREs. Honey mustard and onion pretzels or a nutritious energy bar. This looks like you could build a house with it. This is something you could build a house with. This, I would eat that. Thank you. Thank you. Elbow macaroni. Why? Why the MREs? Why are the MREs? Why are we in MRE territory? It's chili macaroni. Chili macaroni. Obviously, it's chili macaroni. Canned bread. Canned bread from 1965. Or a cheese and vegetable omelette. That's gonna be the omelette. What? Why are people going for the 1965 canned bread? MRE cigarettes. I don't want either of these because I don't smoke, but I'm gonna go for the Camel. That was images from r/MRE. Images from r/MRE. Fuck off, Scrandal. Fuck off, Scrandal. Right. That's our daily games. That is daily games out of the way. Because of all of those fucking MREs, we're donezo. But, of course, the aim of this stream wasn't just to do... The aim of this game was... There's very goblins today. The aim of this game wasn't... The aim of this stream wasn't to just do daily games. Although, honestly, I would be fine with an entire stream where I just play daily games for a couple of hours. What we're doing today is the art stream. If you've not been here before, every Wednesday, because this is a Wednesday, although I might just permanently move it to Friday. We do a logo design stream, as you can see by the title, logo design stream, where what we're going to do is we're going to spin a big wheel with a bunch of fictional companies on it. We're going to make a logo for whatever company that ends up on. We have companies like Silphco, like Al's Toy Barn, like the Ministry of Silly Walks. Anything that you would like to add to the wheel, we have a redeem over in the Channel Point redeems, where you can also add some effects on the stream, where you can also change my outfit, and you can grab a company and put it straight on the wheel. As soon as you redeem, it instantly goes on the wheel and it can be rolled. So if you would like, would you be mad if I added the British royal family to the wheel? Because let's face it, it is a business, and also in many ways it's fake and dumb. The British royal family has a logo. It is, well, the monarch has a logo, and it is kind of shit, but it doesn't sound like a fun, how do I put this? It doesn't sound like a fun prompt, you know? Designing a logo for a monarch does sound like a bad prompt that I wouldn't enjoy. So I would prefer if you didn't put that on the wheel. I would probably take it off if you did redeem it. So no, the British royal family probably, I do agree, it's fake and dumb. But I wouldn't like to make a logo for it. So if anybody would like to redeem and add to the wheel, here is your final warning before I spin the wheel. So you have, you had the last fucking 52 minutes to do it. So I hope that you've got all of your rolls out of the way, because I'm going to spin that wheel in 3, 2, 1. Where are we at today? Sneer Enterprises. This is definitely a Neil pick. This is 100% a Neil pick, because I don't know what Sneer Enterprises is. I don't even recognize the TV show that it is from. So I might re-roll that. Because apparently it is from The Raccoons, a show that I do not know, that I do not recognize at all. So oopsie. I do apologize, I did not. I thought it was from Wacky Races, which would have been a lot funner. Where are we at today instead? Fanatica, which I believe is from Pathologic. Let's Google Fanatica, or let's look up Fanatica. Yes, it is the apologies in advance for the fandom wiki that it's going to send me to. Fanatica is the fuck off, disable this banner. Oh no, wait, auto redirect, restore banner, show me the Pathologic wiki. I don't want, thank you, wiki.gg, beautiful. Fanatica, there we go. It's not a fandom wiki. So Fanatica, Fanatica is a research lab dedicated to the ambitious goal of defeating death itself. It is located, let's just turn this on. It is located in the capital. Was founded by Daniil Dankovsky, a thanatologist and Bachelor of Medicine. Daniil Dankovsky, in case you do not know, Daniil Dankovsky, the Bachelor, aka the Prickly Prick. So, Fanatica is run by a small group of thanatologists who share the common objective of eliminating the inevitability of death from human existence. They aim to prolong human life from an average of 60 to 70 to a full 100 years, and ultimately to uncover the existence, the secret of immortality. Let's open Adobe Illustrator, because I haven't actually opened that yet. Before the events of Pathologic, Fanatica faced hostility from the powers that be, which I believe is the dev team, who desire the lab's destruction. Although their research yielded conclusive results, it seems insufficient to satisfy their benefactors. In light of this threat, Bachelor Dankovsky travels to their town along the Gorkon River to meet Simon Kane, a 157-year-old man who may provide proof for his theory of immortality. It's vaguely 1900s Russian steppe, which is going to be fun. The powers that be are they're just the vague, menacing powers, who may or may not be children. Give me Illustrator, please. Thank you. I do want to transition away from Adobe Illustrator into using Affinity more, but I'm scared. Scared of change, scared of features not being there. Thanatica is barely mentioned in Pathologic 2 because the higher space is not involved in it. The story of Pathologic 3 begins with Thanatica, the academic council, has issued a ruling to suspend the laboratory, dismissing its employees and staff, and transferring the management to the Chemistry Institute due to Thanatica's lack of future viability. Dina Dankowski is being persecuted for being founder of the laboratory and suspects that this entire scheme is orchestrated by Professor Tellman. So, has a big rotunda. So we're doing a lot, probably going to be a lot of round shapes. Does Thanatica have... Excuse me. Does Thanatica have a logo in this game already? Or... No, wonderful. So we are starting entirely from scratch. I love this. Look. So, Thanatica. A laboratory, a science lab that is trying to defeat death. It has an awesome stained glass window. Thanatica window. Show me that window. Thanatica window pathologic. That almost says pathologic. I'm not seeing a window. I'm seeing a fire. Yes, if you could find me a nice glossy JPEG of that window, that would be fantastic. So we are doing Thanatica, and I have several hundred new fonts to play with. I did download 1,200 fonts. From a foundry that was having a sale, 1,200 fonts for like £13. It was amazing. Thanatica, immortality, science, infinite, aging, humanity. I have an idea already. I have an idea already that I want to play with. Right. It's gonna start looking very weird, but bear with me. Trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the process. So, okay. The first two things that I wrote down. Well, the infinity and humanity. Those are going to be the starting points that we go with. So we start with a person. And then what I want to do is what's the best way to make an infinity sign? Right. Bear with me. Let's wind these corners in, but only 3 of these corners. Now we got this. Let's flip that. And let's bing bang. Let's flip both of these. Let's flip both of these so they are horizontal. Thank you. What I think I want to do, shrink them both down, move them apart. What I actually want to do is I only want the one. I want to offset the path by about 50 pixels, maybe. How does that look? No, I want pixels, please. Pix. Stop giving it me in millimeters. I want it in pixels. Give me... Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. And then what I want to do is I want to not quite cut out the middle, but give me the middle a different color. Because I don't want to disappear it. Because I do want it back eventually. Okay. Infinity sign. It's a bit thin. There's a main theme, pathologic, 3 where Dunkowski's focus, fighting against time constantly. There's never enough time even when you have all the time in the world. Interesting. Yes, consult the nerds. Consult the nerds, please. We love consulting the nerds. These need to be thicker. Thicken it up. Make it a nice thick boy. Maybe path, offset path. Chunk it up right to 40. Make it nice and meaty. A nice meaty boy. And then we'll chunk this into a different color. We'll just make it blue for now. Give me a copy of that. Right, that is a better infinity sign. Now, my plan is to put this in this. You get what I'm saying? So let's put a copy of this over here so I can, you know, butts with this a bit. Let's wham, wham. Infinity sign. Or an 8. I could have just drawn an 8 and put it on its side, but hey ho. Right. Let's see how this works. All right, let's cut these. Let's add that to that. Let's cut that out. Let's add that to that. Let's cut this out. The person's body needs to be closer to the person's head. Because right now it looks really disconnected. And I think that is hindering the process a bit. Kind of lucky because I'm working on a fun low-stakes creative project. I love a fun low-stakes creative project. Please tell me more about it when you get the chance. You guys see the vision, right? You guys see the vision. It did almost look like a H. We don't want to do a H. You guys see the vision. Let's cut this down forever. How about we try release that? Does it need to be thicker? Do we need a thicker boy? Not that thick. That's too thick. Something that still reads as infinity, even with the person cut out. I thought we were going to first shot home run this, but this also, with the theme being time, this also works because it kind of looks hourglassy. So let's instead I really like this conceptually. So you know Amber, and Amber has an audio drama series I adore, Dungeon Economic Model. I love Dungeon Economic Model. Amber, I think, premiered Dungeon Economic Model on a virtual convention I held during lockdown. And I'm making some visual edits to go with it, more or less taking the audio and adding visuals. We've got a looping visualizer and working on subtitles to make a footage edit. That's so cool. I love that. That rules. Is this conceptually anything? I don't know. Maybe instead of a Okay. New idea. New idea. Again, I really liked the hourglass iconography. The nightmare of enjoying a game that like 500 people have played. Yeah. Now. The small head and body in the lower kind of look like a stylized hourglass sniper. That was okay. That's the thing. It's infinity, but it's also an hourglass, and it's also humanity. The problem with it is it's really long, which I don't love. Could I? Okay, is there anything in? Just having... No, there's I don't think there's anything in that. Oh, I thought I was onto a winner there. I'm going to enjoy taking a gander at the executors or orderlies from Patho 3. The executors. Yeah, these guys. They look badass in Patho 2. Show me a Patho 3 thing. There is no executor in Patho 3. The Tragedians are the ones in the Tragedians are the ones in like the face and the black sort of black bodysuit. Yeah, these guys. But yeah, apparently there is none in Patho 3. What are they called in what is the other one? Orderlies. Show me the orderlies, please. Okay, they're just called the executors. Interesting. But okay, that actually brings me back to this kind of thing, because now it looks like two executors talking. Two executors talking. It also looks like people. It also looks like an hourglass. It also looks like infinity. But is it? Does it look good? Or is it just nothing? I'm also thinking maybe cutting one of the infinities off. If we cut the infinity off, I'm about to receive a DM. I love receiving a DM. Right, okay. If we cut the infinity off, then we're still left with this sort of people motif there. We've still got the humanity, but now we're like ending infinity, which obviously their goal is to make infinity, but right now they are looking for that missing piece. So is the missing piece of the thing? Should it perhaps be this kind of chunk taken out, like that? Or ooh, now we're getting funky with it. Now we're getting funky. Yeah, why did you go over there? Breast cancer awareness ribbon. I've just made a fucking breast cancer awareness ribbon. I'm kind of speedrunning right now, but I dig this conceptually. Executor, person, infinity, hourglass. I like cutting the end off. Meaningful. It doesn't add anything meaningful, but kind of like cutting the end off. I'm gonna. Well, I've already got one of these. Okay, so let's have a play with this shape. This, and this. I kind of really dig this. Let's continue rounding off some corners. Looks a little bit Halloween mask. I'm still looking for that DM. 75, please. Thank you. That's way less points. Give me these two. Give me these two. Give me these two. Because I want the insides to stay. Well, Domino Mask kind of, but I think as you work with it, it'll leave that look. It is a little bit Domino Mask. It is a little bit Domino Mask, but did y'all see that? I really like the half and half. Maybe I'll half and half something. Ooh. Ooh, let's. We're just playing. We're just playing in the space, because this is all about. How about what if we played in the negative space a little bit more? Nah. Immediately dislike. Other Dula's fucking with a weird combo of Art Nouveau and Art Deco. Interesting. So we might fuck with that style a little bit. But then, like, part of the fun of Patho is the absolute, like, incongruity of basically everything. Oh, there we go. I got you. Right. I'm gonna hide over here so I can bring this up on my PC so I can look at this over here and grab these images from you. Right, let's grab you. Right, so we've got some images from our everyone's favorite bastard. Nope, that's a link. I would like to copy image. This is just a still from the stream, but I'll take it because it's useful. Or like this. Why can't I copy this one? I'll save this one then. Save it there. Thank you. Paste all these in because they're probably going to be useful at some point. Is this the big window? That is a very beautiful window. Just grabbing everything from you. Right, that's everything. And then give me a file explorer. Oh, it's a WebP, that's why. It's a fucking WebP. You bastarding WebPs. Alright, so we've got these things. We've got the Tragedians. Rip Daniil. We've got the big window. Boo web peas, all my homies hate web peas. The Executor, the Tragedian, big Executor. Again, it's this sort of big pointy. Maybe we're being too generous with our infinity signs. Maybe we should use the Executors like it's kind of a big triangle, isn't it? Best way for us to do that is bones are very big in this game. All right, let's start with our sort of half infinity shape again. But what we're going to do is swap the fill for a stroke and empty it out. Give me a big stroke on there, big beefy stroke, and make it one of these pointy boys. But we want it to be thin there, thick at the back. So I'm going to take my scissors tool, that tool that I always forget where it lives. Cut that. Get rid of this bit. And now let's just edit this profile a little bit. We go really, really thick around here. And then it goes thinner and thinner until it's like a needle nose nothing. With a round end. Maybe it's less. Maybe it's up here. Maybe we do a little snip here at the halfway point. Or maybe we use the knife because the snip is not. Fine, fuck you, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. I'll draw a fucking box and shape builder my way out of it. Fuck you, actually. I just wanna get rid of. I want to get rid of this bit. Why won't you let me get rid of that bit? Do you see what I'm going for? Do you see what I'm trying to do? See what I have to deal with? Alright. Ooh. Bowie. I think this coming up here, but then we need it cutting off. I need a cut off there. I need this and this. And I need to go in with my scissor. Go in with my scissor and cut. There, please. Thank you. You cut that time. Good illustrator. Now, I know we've sort of done this kind of thing not too long ago with the science Ninja Turtles thing, whatever it was. But like, look at this. Using this iconography, I think, is really strong. So if we can build on that here, let's. Not that I don't even know if the two are related, but I'm going to assume that they are because it makes my life easier. Let's add a big thing on the end. Let's make that thing black. And I'm gonna make a copy of this and expand it out into a shape, please. Thank you. So it's kind of like a little bit lumpy, but I'm going to de-lump it. So now I've got this like almost crow head looking thing, which is really cool. Let's just grab this corner and now I think this shape is really cool. And we could put two of them. To make a sort of pseudo infinity symbol. Like a negative space infinity symbol. Do you see? Do you see? There's like whoosh. Well, it'd be sort of there, I think. You see the infinity symbol being built in the negative space. I'm not super in love with the shape, but we're working on it. We're working. I think this lump needs to be taken out. How much can we take out that lump? Let's go in and delete some points. Let's make our points visible first before we go in and delete them. Let's... You have it! You have it! Can I have it? It is very swashy. It's very swashy. But I like swashy. I like swashy and I like buckly. Okay, let's dive back into here. We have big window. All right, let's have a look at this big window. That is a pretty gorgeous window. I like it. I don't know if there's anything from it we can take, but I do enjoy that it's like moving with the circles motif that we've kind of already adopted, which is really helpful. I like this less though. There is good shapes. There's real good shapes. I think maybe this sort of lines in lines thing, maybe what we need to do is, I like the idea of the negative space infinity. Like, again, I know we did it before with Techno Future Gubbins, whatever. But maybe if we do some of these like repeated smaller, thinner shapes in the same vein, like let's maybe rotate this a little bit. Make a copy of that rotation. Put them end to end. And then if we... Perhaps the executed skulls are imitate finger bones. That's really cool. Let's get another copy of this. Let's make these shapes again. Thank you. And then turn them back into outlines. We're moving in circles here, but if you trust the process, let's rotate around this point. Oh, I don't think they should be rounded. I think we should have harder edges. Give me mitre, give me... I don't want rounded edges. How do I unround the edges, please? I would like... Oh, I think I know what I need to do. I need to go into the width profile again and proper clamp this one down. That's better. That's angrier, pointier. Clamp this one down as well. And now we've got some points that we can use to make sort of... we can use make these anchors, and let's just go like 5 degrees. I copy that around the 5 degree mark, and you see that's sort of filled in this middle bit. And I know it's not going to be like an exact science, but if we maybe find like geometrically it's not going to be perfect, and I'm not intending for it to be geometrically perfect, but I really want to capture the the stained glasses like swashes and things. So how about we go for there? Then make a copy. Does kind of look like a bunch of bananas, but maybe one less rotation, one more rotation. What was that happy point? All right. And let's just remove some ancillary bits. I don't hate this. I don't hate this at all. We're going for the sort of infinity sort of thing. And then we can even see how this would look with, instead of it being instead of the outlines, we just have the fills. I don't know how that's going to look. Let's put that on an artboard. Okay, I'm gonna put it to you guys. I think I know which I prefer, but I'm going to put it to you. Gamers of the jury. Gamers of the jury, fills or outlines? Fills or outlines, or hidden option number 3. This guy's still here. Hidden option number 3. I'm going to show you a way to destroy my self-esteem. Ready to tear it? No. Not ready to tear it, but yeah, sure, go ahead. I was thinking either we go for just fill in that middle bit. Just fill in this center. You are not Spider-Man. Oh, what? What? I was like pretty sure that I was Spider-Man. Excuse me. I was pretty sure that I was Spider-Man. Thank you very much. I quite like the center filled in. We could also... Let's shrink these down. We could also go... What? Yeah, I'm also thinking, what if we did the inverse of that? The inverse of that would be... Yeah, center unified. So let's go this bit in white. And then let's go build this bit in black. This bit in black. It's getting quite minimalist at this point, which I don't hate. Yeah, I can't find the angle for that I did last time. All right, let's shape build. Bam, bam, and make this white. Now it's a skunk tail. Now it is a skunk tail. But what if we went? Why are there a bunch of weird groups and stuff here? Let's ungroup all, please. Is that anything? Doing it half one way, half the other way? I don't think that's anything. It's weird. This one is the version I think I like the most. So you think it's something. I don't think it's anything. I think it sort of makes it a little bit harder to make out like the infinityness. Such as it. I mean, it does have like life and death, beginning, like the end of one is the beginning of another type vibe. I think these versions aren't as good as these versions. It's just what version of these versions do we go with? I'm gonna make up another skunk tail. Who's your leaves from the vine reminder? I'm not familiar with Leaves from the Vine, fortunately, because that sounds real sad. Let's go chunk, and nope, we only wanted that one of it, please. Thank you. There we go. Right. So we've also got that. So we've got 4 potential. Hold up, wait a tick. What? You've never seen? I've never seen Avatar: The Last Airbender. Never seen Last Airbender. That's on me. Never seen it. One thing that's a theme in Path 3 is when a person dies, their soul becomes a shadow, basically an entity that looks like the tragedy, and only Daniil can see them. Interesting. So I think the half and half thing mimics that. That's interesting. I think if we're doing the half and half thing, I think maybe. Ooh, okay. I like this. Let's. Gamers. I think that's it. I think I fucking whips ass, dudes. I think that's fucking solid as a rock. The infinity is way stronger. the life and death, 2 sides. This cooks. This fucking cooks. I'm just going to. Okay, we're on stage 3. Put these leaves up with the others. I'm just now going to try it the other ways. So we've got that way, which is the, just the other way around. And then we've got, let's go into our shape builder. Let's cut that one, cut that one, cut that one, cut that one. Let's merge these into one shape. And oopsie, you didn't see that. Make all of our versions so we can see them all, so we can decide on which one we prefer. Right, if I just are these solid shapes? Yes. Let's grab these shapes. Let's make these. Oh no, they're not. They're not. Cool. Okay, so let's go into this group. Let's build, and remove. Okay. Round 2. Round 3, technically. We've got 4 contenders for the throne. Actually, maybe like the black-white one because it feels allow me to be poetic. Like life moving away from the looming of death. So if we go from left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Are we saying number 4? This one. Number 2, this one. I see it. I see it. It's life moving out from under the shadow, from under the looming. I like it. I like it. This one feels like it's peeling away. This one, it's like coming out from underneath. It's escaping. This one might be it. I think we might be on something with this one. So let's take all of these minus this one. Put them away. Let's put this one over here. And I'm happy to go with that. Oh, we've got such a good bunch of squiggles. Such weird flow generally. But yeah, this says science, it says infinite, it says aging, it says humanity. It's life moving away from death, like you said. This bangs. I'm gonna go into outline mode and just properly try and line these up as best I can. Maybe roll it just a little bit to try and get these 2 lines to sync up as best I can. I don't think I can. Out of outline mode. Let's just. Now let's build one big shape. One big shape. Let's get rid of our mush. Get rid of our get rid of all the fiddly bits. I think that's good. And so this inner group, simplify. It does feel vaguely like there should be something more to it, but if you don't want to keep digging, this is really fucking good. Look, what more could there be without putting a hat on a hat? Obviously we put the word mark underneath it, but as far as like modernizing Thanatica into what it would be in like the 21st century, I love putting hats on hats. Look, one of these days, like I also am prone to hats on hats. Sometimes there comes a point where you just gotta go, that's enough hats. That's enough hats. And I think we are at that point. I'm going to round this off nicely. I think we're at that point. I think this whips. I think this bangs. I think this fucking rules. It's beautiful. It's simple. I would sell this to a client. And I cook this up with your guys' help in like just like around like 90 minutes. I'm so happy with this. Fonts. We want something beautiful and sans serif. Definitely something sans serif. Something round, something elegant, something beautiful, elegant. Elegance, I think, is the name of the game. If that wasn't, if I had that in not oblique, that would be beautiful. Something that commands your respect without saying, look at me, which is why I think we're also going to go all caps. But if we can find the right font that is like, we might actually go all lowercase if we can't find a good, or maybe just title case. Just an Akka. No laboratories. And it needs to be big text. This isn't the font. I'm just putting it in the right place. So we can see it in context. What if the words? No. I like the idea, but that would really hinder readability, I think. And it needs to be something modular. Too much, not enough. It's very swoopy, very loopy. Do we have a bolder version? It's also called Galen. Yeah, the A is also doing kind of an infinity. Sassy. Come on. You've got my attention. You got my attention. Idea. Throw it at me. I love the ideas. I love the energy. If you're about to say words, complete the loop. Can you make the top of the T the swoopy swish? Like, oh, that's real good. It would have to be. Let's pull this in. It would have to be this, like, full size swoopy swish, I think. Like that one. Ooh. Actually, let's see if we can't do this. Because I think we would need this line. Just this line that goes through the center. So let's... Or No, that's a stupid idea. Let's grab this and let's do some cutting. So we want to go from here to here, and then we want to go from here to here. Let's grab all of that. Let's start cutting. Beautiful. We need to round that corner, but other than that, it's beautiful. So now we have this. We just need to find its mate. Over here. Which the angle is a little bit fiddlier to get. Because I futzed with it a little bit too much. Did a lot of futzing. That might be it. Alright. Go to that line. Bump these two together. This is looking promising. This is looking promising. Simplify. Yeah. Exit. Let's take a copy view over here. Let's go into outlines mode. So I just have to ungroup that. Right. Take me into that group. And this, let's go boom, 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 boom. Pull this anchor up. Push this anchor down. Take these two. This kind of whips. This kind of whips. It's a little bit less readable. Legibility takes a little bit of a hit. But I think it whips. Now let's get our proportions in order. I'm going to position this as if we still had the flat T to work with, just because that's easier on like making it look wonky. And then we pull this in to there. Boom, baby! Boom, baby! That looks real strong. That looks real strong. Shall we talk about colors? Because this can group, and I'm going to do some alt versions of it. Obviously, I'm going to do the side-to-side version where we go. This goes to here. And we get another copy of this, actually, and we go this. They then group together and they center to that, which then becomes the sizing template. None of this makes any sense, but let's take the N as our measuring stick. Is that really far away? That looks really far away. It's also really long. It's also generally really long. Two sets. One black, red, black, white, and one blue, gold, yellow, and bone. I think we've got to go for the blue, gold, yellow, and bone. I don't like this lockup at all. Do not like that lockup at all. I don't think we need an alternative lockup. I mean, that's false. We always need an alternative lockup, but this is because of its weird spacing. It's hard to right, colors. I think blue, gold, and a nice little bone color, I think, is a good shout. So, because this is like vaguely pretending to be medical, blue is a really good starting point for that. Sort of this kind of shade of blue. Fnatic itself fancies itself with the blue, gold, and white, but Danilo, the rest of Pathologic fancies itself red, black, and white. Okay, so I'm gonna go work within the kayfabe. So what Pathologic does as a franchise is less important than what the company does. You know what I mean? Working within the kayfabe. Let's go. That's a really nice dusty bone color. We need a yellow. We need a nice goldy yellow to go with it now. No, I don't like that. That as a palette, I think works. That as a palette, I think just kind of fucks. Say company, it's 4 people. Like, okay, my company's 1 person. You don't size shame a company. My company's 1 whole person. We need a bold yellow. We need a nice bold yellow. Give me a nice bold yellow. Give me... Ooh. I think the bone might need to be a bit lighter. And if we add... let's add a dark blue onto the top. Boom, color palette. That kind of whips. So we've got this. Well, that's not readable at all. It's mostly funny because they have this massive grand hall type area, morgue access, and like a handful of lab rooms, but that's being used by 4 people. That is kind of funny. I have an idea. Well, that just does not nicely flip, does it? It has the appearance of rotational symmetry without having any rotational symmetry at all. We need this. We need this back. Because what I'm going to do is... see how this looks. The more I look at this color scheme, the less I like it, to be honest. I might change it up. Don't like it. Don't like it. Not sanctioned by the Vatican. Not sanctioned by the Vatican. It's boring. It's boring. Give me a... I might just like... it's a little bit sparse. blue gold color palette. Lazy, lazy, lazy. But this kind of vibe is what we're after. So this will give less sun cream, I think, and more. Don't fuck with us. It's still kind of giving sun cream. It's still kind of giving sun cream. Like I don't hate this as a palette. I think you might be right. We need to go deeper on the navy blue. Like that. Ooh, that's quite tasty. That's kind of tasty. And then no, lighter on the gold. Lighter on the gold, I think. Like damn near black. That's, I don't know about damn near black. Although it kind of, it does kind of bang. Give me a really dark, and then what do you want to pair that with? That. This I think I like. Stupid dark blue. Nice, almost between like Dusty Bones and almost like that midpoint between the Dusty Bones and the gold. Well, obviously we'll need to put a couple of extra neutrals in there. But I quite like this as a start point for a palette. So let's go for a nice neutral, and then like an even darker dark, which can be like that basically. Boom! Color palette that I don't hate. I'm not fantastic with color, but I kind of love this. Do we want a badge? Is that something we need? I quite like making badges, so I might do a badge just for the fun of it. The muted does give the elegance. The muted is like, that's kind of why I went for it. Because we're going for like Daniil Dankovsky is a prick. He is very full of himself. He knows he's the smartest man in any room. And he would want to emphasize that with how he branded himself, I think. Because I think everyone thinks about branding about as much as I do, when in reality nobody does, because I'm a loser. I do hope though that watching these streams you have started to think more about branding. He's intelligent. He's just also fucking wireless in a way that everyone hates. He's a prick, but he's unfortunately, he is very smart, and we do kind of have to hand that to him. I do hate him though. He's a very well written character. Like, he is such a well-written character. Sorry, I am in the weeds here, just sort of making the showcase image, which is something I enjoy doing. Let's now do a purely gold one. No, let's go for the purely blue one on the dust. Oh no, on the gold. On the gold does work. I quite like that. Let's do a badge. I like badges. Let's do a badge. Unfortunately, the badge I don't think we'll be able to have the swash. Random rings. Enjoy your gender. It's dragons. We're gonna keep throwing the idea of making a version with the brighter morpho blues and gold over just the swish swoop. If I got dragons, thank you. Just double dragging. Yeah. Dragons is a banger. Right, let's. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that I could help you discover that you are in fact dragons. Let's type out a path. Thank you. Give me that in the. Ooh, that's wank. Give me the center, please. And then I will move this out. Text smaller. Text further away, please. Thank you. Give me an optical. It's really hard to read on a curve. Really hard to read on a curve. Make a good pin, and Daniil would absolutely have lapel pins of it if he had the money. He would. He is that guy. Right, let's. Is it Fnatica laboratories or just laboratory singular, do you reckon? I think he would say laboratories plural, even if he only had the one. Let's go text smaller. And with you as well, let's do that same size text, that 85. Maybe 90. 90 again. Let's actually move this back down so it's a little bit snugglier. A little bit snugglier. Let's make the text blue as well. Put it in a nice little bounding box. About that. In that colour, mayhap. Let's chuck it to the back. Ooh, that bounding box is way too tight, which means these need to be a little bit bigger, I think. Or it's almost looking a little bit Pokemon Mega Stone. I also just want to see the Y in this font. You want to see the Y? You want to see what a Y looks like? Boom. Boom. Laboratory. Problem with this infinity sign is it's really difficult to make a badge for because it's a funny shape. It's like a little bit wonky. let's make sure this is centered to itself. It looks very nautical. I don't. Maybe the circle's a bad shout, I think. Because we can, like, with a badge, we don't need to go for a circle. We can sort of almost like maybe maybe a squircle. Maybe let's try. Right, it needs to be wider on the corners, and I think it needs to be a little bit more rounded. Maybe like really rounded on these corners. Maybe just that rounded on all corners. Unsure. Let's see how it... Don't forget to save. Thank you, Kona. I will save. Wheel Fanatica. Thank you, Kona. Let's... I think that kind of whips. Let's fill that with this. Let's put it behind. Does look a bit eyebally. It does look a bit eyebally, which is not a bad thing. We do need a copy of that without the fill, because this is also going to be the... We do need to review and center. If we could grab that color, please. Thank you very much. I need to just make a couple of letters stop kissing each other. Thank you. Another copy of that, please. I said another copy of that. Thank you. I did not want to spin the original. Give me laboratory. And let's go back into the tab of the path tool and flip. Then we need yet another copy of this to bound on the outside. There is something missing, I think. And we have circled right around to it, to executors. But in a cool way. In a way that, like... Again, like the... missing something on the sides here. What if? Go with me on this, go with me on this. This might look terrible, but go with me on this. Just playing around with the letter forms, just playing around with shapes. Playing around with shapes. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Maybe. Wait, hang on. You know what? Fuck. But but it's brighter blue for the background and brighter gold for the lines. Like an enamel gold pin. That's not a terrible idea. Right. So let's flip reverse these colors. All you gotta do to get me on side is say like an enamel pin, and I'm like, boom, sold. In. Because you know me and me enamel pins. I think, which is dangerous. Let's do this gold text dark blue. I don't know if I dig it. We don't have a brighter blue. We don't have a brighter blue in the... We don't have a brighter blue in the color palette. There is no brighter blue in the color palette. Is the eyeball shape intentional? It wasn't originally, but I think we might double down on it. I think we might double down on the eyeball. Eyeballs are super easy to make. We start with a square. As you can tell, obviously you start with a square when you do eyeballs. And you go, but. And you go, but, until that looks about right. Now that whips. That whips. Do your animals have W-shaped pupils? Goats? Goats? Is it goats? Cuttlefish? I did not know that. We can make one. You're allowed to have a secondary palette. No. Yeah, goats are horizontal. Yes, of course. I remember that now. I didn't want to reshape that. I wanted to rotate that. Why are you over there now? Why did you go over there? Did I ask you to go over there? No. So stay the fuck over here. This whips. You're being pretty confining for... I am. You're right. Because I am not the Neil Dankovsky. I am the intelligent designer that Neil Dankovsky has hired to make him look serious when he says, I am going to, I don't know, destroy death itself. Why did you move over there? Right, this is becoming a pain in the ass. Tap on a path is always a pain in the ass, but you do needs must and all that. Why did you do that? Why are you doing that? This like I'm happy. I'm more happy with this now. Way more happy with this now. The eyeball was a good shout. Doubling down on making it eyeball shaped was a good shout. It does look a little bit nautical, which obviously I don't hate. Like, obviously I don't hate that it looks a bit nautical, but it does kind of fuck. You're getting mad about the logo. I slightly joke, but I had the entirety going through Path of 3. I had the horrifying realization that I'm severely similar to Daniil and it is evil. I do not think you are similar to Daniil Dankovsky because he is a prick. Yeah, it is kind of I own 3 yachts kind of nautical. The problem is like, ooh, there we go. Now we're fucking talking. Now we're cooking with gas. And then just a stroke on that, I think, with the dark blue. You don't. I don't live in your brain. You're right. But I don't think you're a prick, and I think Daniil's a prick. It's real eyeball-y now. But like if an eyeball was wrong, I'm gonna create outlines for those because they're going to annoy me otherwise. And expand you because you're going to annoy me otherwise. That, I think, goes really hard. I'm going to edit the artboard just to throw these in there. That, I think that goes really hard. I don't know about, I'm still not 100% on the badge. I'm still not 100% on the badge, if I'm honest. I am a prick, just not here. That's key difference between you and Daniil. He cannot help himself through being a prick. He is just a prick. Whereas you are not always a prick. Bear with. Trust the process. Where is it? Where's the clip group? The clip group needs to go right at the bottom if it can. Thank you. Even further. There we go. And then this needs to go right to the bottom. Right. This still firmly whips ass, right? This bangs. This is incredible. They're saying best that I'm hearing in my earpiece they're saying best ever do it. There's an entire bit in Pathfinder 3 where Daniil tells a story to two young kids and is genuinely the sweetest fucking thing ever. It is entirely capable of not being a prick. The people of Gorkon just suck. They do kind of suck. Again, text not the most legible I've ever made. But I think in this case, it really fits. I think I might go maybe there. No, that looks bad. Yeah, this bangs. This whips. He's also high on morphine and the entire time. That will change a person. Understandable. That will change a person. The problem with this color palette for this bit is the actual like full color version doesn't look good on either black or white. Everything is too thin. I think we need to go same color text, same color text as the symbol, I think. And maybe we start on here. We just start chunking some things out and making a alternative colorways option. Because this will work in basically every color. But that's I think the main color is the blue, so I think we're going to stick with the blue. Whips, bangs, love it. Best of it. I'm really happy with that. Let's come out. Let's save up and voila. Whips, bangs, slays, fucks. Love it. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna export it. Export for screens. Give me Fnatica. Throw that over there. Bam. That was amazing. I'm really happy with how that turned out. I struggled for a long time on that, and then it all came together. It all comes together at the end. Trust the process is what we've learned from today's show. We are going to do a little bit of a raid now, and I know exactly who I'm going to raid. Because we went live at the same fucking time. And I'm like, okay, you're going to be streaming for longer than I am, so let's go say hello to Rue, shall we? Rue's streaming. Rue is streaming Stray, so let's go say hi to Rue streaming Stray. We love Rue around here, an absolute king. There's the raid message. Come with us on the raid and shout that in Rue's chat. Become a goat, join our Stoke, join our Discord if you're slightly less cool. And yeah, once again, I'll push it again. I'm really fucking happy with how everything's coming out over at nerdyqueer.com. By pins, by candles. I made a candle that smells like the game Outer Wilds, and it's fucking phenomenal. Space and pine trees and marshmallows, and oh, it's beautiful. I'll be back tomorrow for Wrestling is Silly. Wrestling is Silly is tomorrow. It's going to be huge. Don't miss out on that. And yeah, until next time, Buccaneer, Buckafar, wherever the buck you are, I will see you in the next stream. Until then, Love you, bye.